guys, let me know I have a 5x5 because apparently there's a lag between StreamYard to YouTube before I move forward. I see all you guys here in chat. Hopefully you can hear me just fine and see me and all that good stuff before I keep on going forward. And then I'll see who we have in here. I wasn't even sure how many people would be able to show up because a lot of people are traveling or they're thanks coffee or they're already with, they're with family or there's completely disconnected, and I do not blame you. But I haven't been up here a long time and things here are settling down and it's been a lot. Well, I think like a month. I think it's been like a month, guys, since we did a Sunday chat. And I have nothing planned. So, you know how we do. So let's see. Coffee, I saw you in here. I appreciate you. Michigan, how are you? Michigan, I hope you are still in here because I may have some cold weather questions for you. Hey, T-Paul, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. I guess I haven't been up here either. That's on me, right? Hey, Butterfly, Fish Sticks, Katrinka, how are you? Hey, Dusty, good to see you guys. If I miss anyone, I'm sorry. TT1 is in the house. Hey, Rip, good to see you, sir. And if I miss you, if you got anything for me, put it in all caps. Hey, KP, did I already see you? Hey, Gypsy. All my people. Hey, Sandra. Good to see you. Good to see you. I appreciate all of you. If you have something for me, put it in all caps. Or I'll get squirrel or I'll just miss it. And I don't mean to do that. All the YouTube stuff. Miss Sharon's in charge. She knows all that stuff. I don't. I just sit in the seat. But anyways, hey, Sandra S. Good to see you guys. I do want to ask a lot of you, what are y'all cooking for Christmas? I know that cliche, but we're doing something different. Sometimes, there's that traditional, hey, Tracy, I haven't been around either. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm praying for your family in this grieving time. I'm sorry about that. Hey, Kim. So this year we're, sometimes you do turkey, then you do turkey and you just go on. We're cooking a big roast and having a bunch of other different sides and different things like that. Ham. A lot of people do hams. I personally, we don't eat ham. I don't eat ham or pork chops or stuff like that. I do eat bacon, but I don't eat ham or pork chops or anything like that. Turkey dressing. So we just did turkey for Thanksgiving and it came around to us playing. I was like, I'm just not feeling turkey again. And I love turkey. Don't get me wrong, but I just wasn't. And that way I'll sear a huge beef roast and then I can put it in the crock pot super early and I don't have to worry about messing with that. I'll just do the other things. Ham burgers. I hear that, TT1. Are you making TT1 or KC burgers on the grill? I got a picture of mine. Burgers. See, I hear people, they'll do for different things. Like I heard some, friends of mine, they were like, I did a taco bar. There's just all different things. What's important is just, it doesn't matter what you have. I don't care if you open a can of soup, you have it with your family. What matters is you're together. But that's what we're doing, something different. We made KC burgers, TT1. I want pictures. Expect them. We made some butter cookies, sugar cookies last night, and the family decorated them with all kinds of junky stuff. And Huckleberry, our youngest kiddo, are in the kitchen now. They're making something. I'm not sure what, but they're in there making some goodies. So we're just doing the thing. We're pretty laid back for the holidays. I never want, like I say, I don't ever want holidays to be stressful. What's the point then, right? I just always want it to be, I'm kind of low key and I want everybody to be relaxed and just be able to do their thing. Exactly, KP. I have no idea. A lot of questions like that. TT1 fire extinguisher. There is one in the house somewhere. No, there's one in there, but no, he's good at cooking. Huckleberry can cook too. Grill stuff. I mean, I do the majority of cooking, but he does a lot of the baking stuff also. He'll go in there and do stuff with the kids. I'll just put it this way. If it involves sweets, he's going to get in there and he knows how to do it. Dishes. Current to-do list. I'm trying to keep up over here. I don't know what they're making. I'm sure I'll share it with you guys. I have a bunch of pictures I've been taking along the way since I've been off of different things we've been doing around here and things going on. And I have not got them off my phone and uploaded any of them. But anyways, that's how I do. Tomorrow, bake cookies with a grandson. I hear that. There's always making memories, things like that. And if they come out, say you burned something one year or something comes out goofy or whatever, those are memories. And you always have a laugh about it. Remember that year such and such happened. I love stuff like that. That's what it's all about. See, KP's going to go all day. Hot dogs, no dog in it. Well, I'm sure some places probably do. You don't know what's in hot dogs. If you watch what they put in it, there could be KP, there could be dog in that. But anyways, that's what we're doing. We're doing something different. If you have any traditions or anything you want to share, put it down there. Hey, Florida man, Merry Christmas. Just work, listen while I relax. Oh, Thistle Moon. Yeah, it is good that time to take a nap, right? But I don't know. We're just going to be low key. We usually are. Anyways. I got to bring it up. Because it's just not sitting right with me. I heard it about lunchtime today. KP, you go all day. Everybody write those down. You sit there all day and make those up, right? Let's see what TT1 said. Hey, Chad, I'm here. Huckleberry's in there. He's there. He's cooking. I hear him in there doing or baking something. They're in there making a mess for me to clean. Anyways, sunshine for the past 2 days. Oh, we pretty much always have sunshine, but it can be deceiving because it can be so bright and sunny, and you'll go outside and it'll be super cold. We've been pretty cold. Our weather has been goofy. Oh my God. Hey, Montana Nana. Carrie, anyone I've missed that's come in, I appreciate you guys. November was extremely hot for us. And, we had the flood with Debbie. What was it, August? And we had the hurricanes in September, and we had all these things, and October was crazy. And we've been in a drought. Like, it is a dust bowl here. That is unheard of. We are tropical. That is unheard of to have that. We have really, since the hurricanes, we have not had any rain. I mean, it may missed rain here. We have not had rain, and things look. Actually, I put a little short out earlier. I was out there in the field with my goat. I was explaining some things, and things are crunchy. This is just not normal for us, to have buy hay and have it out there and not have green, because we're tropical. We don't have it. The weather's been weird. In November, we were still using our air conditioner. It was like 80 something degrees, 88 degrees in November. And then November was way hotter than it normally is. December has been way colder than it usually is. I don't know how it's going in your areas, but it's just been weird. And we just had another cold front, and then it's supposed to be in the 70s on Christmas Day. All just wacky stuff. I don't know. Hey, Carrie. Oh, you stacking firewood? That stuff's no joke. And I'm behind. Oh, my gosh, Miss Sharon. I'm way behind. Sorry. I could blame it on I've been gone for a month, but this is our normal Sunday chat, so it is what it is. And just make sure I'm not missing anything. I don't know if y'all talking about weather or not. I guess it's bad and all this. I do want, speaking of weather stuff, Montana, y'all, are you serious? 50s and 60s in Montana this time of year? Montana, you, Michigan, that's just because I know where they're at and that, what states or what colder and stuff. I have a dear friend of mine. I won't say any of her information because I didn't ask for permission. Those who live in severe cold weather, when it gets really cold, when I'm talking about like cold, I'm talking about 0 into negative numbers. For instance, her stuff she got from yesterday, she said they had moved to a different area, and it's they're used to cold, but this is way colder, like negative 25 degrees. And she has livestock now. She has some goats and she has poultry. So they're doing like a little farm on a little bit of land. That's how they started doing things. And I don't know those temperatures. I just don't. And she was asking, do you have anything else? And she's like, I'm worried sick about my goats and my chickens because it's like negative 25 degrees. Do you, anybody have any tips for that know livestock and poultry about, like, there's always that thing, you want to keep the drafts off of them. Doesn't matter how cold it gets. You want to keep the drafts off of them, but you want to have ventilation up high because if you keep all that moisture and humidity in there, they can get pneumonia, and it's from the ammonia in the urine and stuff like that, and the moisture that comes in there for them breathing out. It's just too closed up. They can get that. So I know they have to have high ventilation, but that's anywhere. But it has to be a way where they're not going to be in the mix of a draft. Tons of, can insulate different things and, make sure they have plenty of hay or straw, whatever you choose to use. Hey, Mary. Kevin, did I say hey to you? If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I don't. My regulars, I'm not sure if it's this time or another time. But I don't know. I don't know if anybody has tips for extreme cold temps for keeping your livestock and your poultry safe. Please throw it down there. I'm going to write it down and pass it on to her. I don't have, and they always have to have, of course, fresh water, make sure it doesn't freeze over because even though it's so cold, they have to have continuous amount, access to water. I don't know. I don't know any good advice to help her, but I thought I would ask today for her because we were talking yesterday about it. But anyways, I think I got sidetracked. This is a whole squirrel moment. That's just how I'm doing. I was going to say that I had to bring something up that wasn't sitting right with me, and I saw it about lunchtime today, and that was I'm sure plenty of y'all have already seen it. There was 2 U.S. Navy fighter jets that were shot down over the Red Sea to like 6:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. They have said that it was friendly fire of our own that did that. Now, yes, friendly fire happens. Sadly, it happens. All that. I get it. But 2 of them, I don't know. Something's just not sitting right with me about it. I can't even put my finger exactly what, besides it being 2 of them. I believe the last thing I read is that they both survived. They ejected and they were able to rescue them out of where they had went down at. But I don't know. I don't know what to think about that at all. Something just doesn't sit right with me. Now, y'all may have more updated information. Some of y'all may be military and be more in the know of things like, I don't know. 2 of them. I mean, who's getting fired to that level for something like that to happen? I don't know. Okay, Montana, Nana. Sorry. Chickens, when we drop 10 IUs, the heaters. Yeah, the water heaters stop the water from freezing. Oh, yeah. I do know about that. Putting that on I would put coconut oil and different things on theirs when I got cold. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think I've been in negative, negative 5-6 degrees, negative 25 degrees and something like that is just, well, no, just a big no for me on that. Thank you, Montana Nana, for sharing that. I will pass that along. If I miss anything. See, I'm just going to throw this up here. I don't know if something isn't sitting right with me about it. I don't know exactly why, but I was just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's to create a FF. I don't know if it's, I don't know. Or is it a cover up for something else? Because goodness knows they're doing a whole lot of that. So they don't have to, admit. They just trying to stretch it all the way. They're not going to admit that we're in WW3. They're not going to finally announce that because they're just trying to make it to mid-January. I don't know. It just isn't sitting right with me at all. Yeah, that's what I think. My big thing is, we'll get cold in Florida. We'll be in the 30s. We've had times, already this month we were in the 20s when we don't get snow. We don't get things like that. And we have ice and stuff here, but you won't get snow. If it's going to be that cold, I just want it to snow. And if it's not going to snow, then I want it above 65 degrees. That's just the spoiled way I am, I guess. If it's just so cold, especially if it's cold and the wind's blowing, or if it's that in the south, if you're coastal in the south, it's wet cold and it'll cut you right to the bone more than it was when we would go to the mountains and the temperature would be way lower, but it didn't feel as cold because it wasn't that humid, wet cold. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. You agree on the plains, Montana, Nana? I don't know. Something just, I don't know the whole, of course, things are rolling out and who knows that we'll ever truly know the truth. And they're going to spin it the way they want and cover how things that they want. I'm just, okay. I'm like, okay, if something like one, but I'm like, two of them. I don't know. And thank God that they survived. Here we are right at the holidays in all these proxy wars of nonsense. And just how this whole, anyways, I can't even go there today. It's Sunday, right? Sunday chat. That they're okay. And families were not getting news that, their, husband, father, son, whatever, wasn't coming home or wasn't okay. I just, it's ridiculous. Thank God that's okay that they made it. Yeah, something just seems wrong. Yeah, like this, that was, you never know. Like sometimes I'm thinking if they show us certain things, I'm like, are they just trying to stir up? Is this theatricals? Is this part of the whatever to cause a stir? Or is there really an intentional something they have to? I don't know why either one of them was rushing back anyways. They don't do anything. They don't do anything. Do we even have a sitting president really right now? Or are we just winging it? I feel like we've been winging it for several years and it's just not real, but I don't know. I don't know what that was all about, but I did see it. Oh, I see. There's just there's a lot of questions. There's just a lot of questions. Yeah, of course they are. Hush, hush. Nothing to see here. Now give them some, bread and circuses, turn their heads to entertain them, distract them with something else. Everything shady about it. Kevin, you know everything shady about them. Yeah, we're winging it. This whole country is running like this Sunday chats I do. Winging it. Seriously. Nope. Oh, that's an idea, Huckleberry. I don't know. We'll never know though. We won't. I agree. Hey, Loretta. Good to see you. How far am I behind? Hey, Michigan. Michigan, I don't know how far behind I am. Michigan, that you're back. I don't know exactly how far up you are, Michigan. Don't give away. I'm not asking that. But I was asking about extreme cold temperatures for people. You're going to get me, squirrel. TT1, stop. I have a friend of mine and they have moved. This is their first winter where they moved to way up north about stuff. And I was talking about how cold it is. And they have temperatures that are like negative 25. And she has goats and poultry. And she was just like getting on me like, oh, I am terrified. I'm worried sick about them. Are they going to be okay? Do you have any tips? And I went over some of the tips I had. Some people threw some things down in here. I don't know. I don't know if you are Michigan, if you know any tips for, I don't know. Do y'all hit those extreme colds that much up there? I don't know. On how to keep them safe and warm. There's a big controversy as far as using heat lamps and things like that in the winter versus not, because you know how you acclimate to something and it's worse if if you got your house set on 80 and then you go outside and it's in the dead of winter, it feels way colder than if you don't set it on 80 and you acclimate things different, and it can be more shocking to your system. Same way with and poultry and livestock is, them acclimated, they're used more to the cold. And if they have like really strong heated barns and stuff, and then they have to go out, it's more shocking and can make them sicker. There's people, I see both sides of that, having them and not having them. Let's see. Yeah, that's the, if you just let them acclimate. I don't know. I don't know what level of acclimate is when it's like, oh, it's negative 25 degrees. I don't know. I do. Yeah, the heated dog bowl, great for water. Yeah, we have things so they don't. I mean, even in Florida, even when we had our horse farm and stuff down here, um, is that stuff can freeze over. You can have things so they don't freeze over. You have to go out there and chip ice, and I've done that many times too. Is chipping ice. Hey, yeah, insulated barns. Yeah, I've done that, and you got to have the ventilation, keep them out of drafts. I was talking about that. I don't know anything else besides those basic things because I haven't ever lived in those extreme temps. I don't think I can do it. Oh, fish sticks with the book. I know. I should have been working on that when I was off, right? I know. I'll just have to give away copies when it comes out. It took so long. Sorry for the delay. Okay, let me see. Montana Nana. Yeah. Yeah, I have seen that. I think it's Mayhem Country Living. I think he did a thing years ago. He talked about how he had a barn burned down. He had a heat lamp and it burnt down and killed their poultry. And that would be awful. That's my fear about stuff like that. But the heaters, that's different. You always got to be careful regardless, even in your own home. Okay. They won't go out anyways. No. Ours, because they're Florida animals, right? They don't go if it's raining. They'll sit at the opening of the barn and scream at you to bring them something because they're not going out in the rain, even if it's not cold. They just don't do it. Spoiled Florida livestock. That's what that is. But I appreciate your all's input because I'm going to pass that along. Montana Nana. Yeah, they're like, yeah, I'll stay right in here. Mine will do that too. And then we have some birds that it'll be pouring rain. They will look like drowned rats, and they're out there. It could be pouring, and they're just certain ones. They'll go out there and they'll just sit. And the turkeys are dumb as they can be, as big as they are not hardy. They are so stupid, and they'll just go right. They don't know. They're always harder to keep alive from their own lack of common sense. But I appreciate all of you here. I don't know if any of y'all are traveling or having family come in. Oh, your reds. Oops. What's going on with my mouse? Yeah. Some of mine do. And some of them, no, they're going to go in the barn with the livestock. See, yeah, that's true. I think it's just letting them go, That's why, their bodies know the coats that they get in. Their winter coats and everything like that, they know. I think the big thing, like when you have goats, the biggest thing is goats can get pneumonia really easy, and you do not want them to get wet and cold. They hate being wet. They rain anyways. If it's just sprinkled, mine will come running from the back pasture and make their way up to the barn as quickly as they can. That's the biggest thing is keeping them, I think, dry. Is the biggest thing. Oh yeah, they come out. Mine always come out when it's raining or been raining. They're gonna get all the bugs and worms and everything. Mine too. Thank you, Butterfly. I love and appreciate you. I love and appreciate all you guys, truly. And speaking of all my love and appreciation for you, the 31st, New Year's Eve, will be 3 years. I've been on this YouTube journey. Y'all have Just Josh to blame for that. And Appalachian PI, if y'all remember Appalachian, I miss you. If you ever see this girl, I miss you. They're to blame for this. And here I am 3 years later. Sometimes it feels like a lot longer. And then sometimes it feels like I just started because I still don't know what I'm doing. But here I sit. And I appreciate you, every one of you, because, I mean, y'all have made this possible and growing this channel. And, you know, all of y'all have helped me in different ways that y'all just don't even know about. I appreciate all of you greatly. And if I'm gone, you know, I miss everybody. I'm like, those are my regulars and people you get used to seeing and hearing about. I always wonder how you are. But I'm always praying for you guys. Let me get up here. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, T-Paul, let's see what we got. I have a bunch of prayer requests for a special pastor, please. We will definitely be praying about that. Speaking of things of the sort, thank you, TT1. I appreciate you. Just Josh and I usually talk about this stuff. He will always be Just Josh to me. I know he has a new channel. Is the spiritual warfare, which means the nonsense and the attacks and the hard times it feels like and all this stuff, is in overdrive. It is in overdrive. We said that was going to happen, but you can see it, feel it, hear it nonstop, and it's escalating. That is going to continue to escalate because of where we are. If you are of faith, you know what's going on. None of this should be a surprise to you. You know what's coming, and all these things are going to happen. I try to tell people, try not to be discouraged, feel things, be human. But I'm hearing it. And if you feel like you're under attack about things, you're not the only one. Believe me, you are not alone in all that. Yes, Appalachian PI. She was a little firecracker up here. Just a all around good person. She was in the know about a lot. Are the first, let me see, what are you saying, Kevin? Are the first family over YouTube. Oh, thank you. Hey, Greta. Thank you for that input. Yeah, I don't know much else about, about the same thing and make sure the water doesn't freeze and keep them out of the draft. Thank you, Dusty. I really do. I appreciate all of you. I just, we just have a good community up here. I'm so grateful for everyone. You're welcome, Katrinka. I'll always pray for people. All of you. A lot of times, sometimes, I never say anything. One of y'all, some of y'all, different times in these 3 years, it just come to mind. Nothing particular, just come to I could be washing dishes, and one of y'all, y'all just come to my mind, and I just pray for you. I don't know what it is. I don't need to know what it is. God knows what it is, and I've always done that. I will always be praying for you guys. Yes, it's no joke. But we have a weapon against that. Pray, stay in God's word, praying that over yourself and your family. I'm glad you're here, Coffee. You missed a ton of stuff. Never. I don't know if we've accomplished much since you've been gone, but we're still sitting here talking. But it is. It's getting worse. It's getting worse at all levels. It's getting worse on socials. It's getting worse at workplaces and schools and even churches. And every day running into people and strangers and families, and you're seeing it and hearing it. It's just crazy. And I think the first thing is recognizing things for what they are. Don't take the devil's bait, as I say. And just use, pray for discernment and for protection and for guidance in those type of situations. Hey, Tiger. Good to see you. I mean, a lot could have happened on this crazy, wild channel of mine in 3 minutes. You never know. But I do appreciate all of you, especially right here at the holidays. Like I said, I didn't know how many people would come in here. Because family first. But I haven't been up here, and I want to make sure I got up and touch base with you guys. And wish all of you a Merry Christmas. However you celebrate in your family is what's important. I appreciate you, Butterfly. You taking off? Merry Christmas. Stay safe. Be blessed. Yeah, Kim, I'm hearing a lot of this too. And, I've been hearing this, and it's like that end of the year. It's that end of the year thing. And people are just like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I have been hearing stuff about that. I'm not sure what to make of everything that's going to happen. There's a lot of things. I'm not going to get a ton into it because I'm not going to make everything all political. And y'all know my stance on things. There's certain things y'all know my stance. It is, and everybody has their opinion right to it or whatever. I'm not saying that. It's just there's certain things that are so far gone. I don't know that there's going to be some magical change and fix. I'm sorry. And I not being, negative Nancy on that one. It's just that I just don't know that that's going to happen. And that's why we prep. We prep for different things like this, not just, boots on the ground, grid down stuff. It's just how the struggles of where we are in this world today and that continue on. I mean, just go to the grocery store to pick up a couple things. You've been feeling that for a couple years, and it seems like it's getting worse. Yeah, Miss Sharon, Kevin, tell them. Paying that rent. Don't sit up here rent free. I appreciate you. All of you. Doing all the YouTube stuff that I hate to even ask for or talk about because it's just not in me to do that is whenever, but I ask it when I am in other chats and stuff, I ask it because it kind of, a thumbs up for the creator is kind of a flip off to YouTube. That's as raw as I can put it. Because it just helps with the algorithm and YouTube. A lot of them, they don't like what said creators, and usually y'all are in this same little group in circles. They don't like it, and it just kind of pushes it out a little bit more. And it helps, I guess, however that stuff works. Yeah, Tiger. It's just ridiculous. And I'll just say it, there's a lot of things we will see for ourselves. And I think that's the whole thing, is recognizing it for what it is, or you'll hear about, and it could be somebody you've known for a long time. It could be in a workplace, family, friend, maybe a regular that you always saw at a certain store, cashier. I don't know, anything of the sort, or just complete strangers. You're seeing like total shifts in people's character and their personalities and everything. And, you always got to stay in your ground about stuff. Don't be pushed around. But then there's that point also where you're like, I'm recognizing for things what it is, and don't get caught up in certain things that it's put there just to bring you down, start something, steal your peace and joy, or bait you with something. It's ridiculous. And that's going to continue on. The spiritual warfare is going to be unreal. I think it's going to continue to get worse. Oh my gosh. Don't get me started on butter, because we do butter. Real butter. We do butter because we're Southern and it's good for you. And the price of butter has been ridiculous. It's been ridiculous. And I'm sure. Oh, and the price of meat. And I'm talking about, because we get our stuff from the local butcher. It jumped tremendously. So you remember how many years ago, somebody help me out, how many years ago was it when they were claiming all those cattle were dying? And they were like, oh, they had a heat stroke or something. It was just like they all were stiff and laid over at once. It looked like they had probably been electrocuted. Anyways, moving along. They did all these different things. And because we know what they did to the chicken farms, the egg production, the cattle, and people were like, right after, like, well, I'm not saying different. I'm like, y'all were eating last year's meat, especially if you get from stores and everything, and then it's going to catch up, and you're going to start seeing it. But it was like 1 week to the next, all of a sudden meat jumped up, especially red meat. We've been seeing that, and we get from a butcher, but it still jumped up for different reasons. I think that's going to, oh, exactly. And people people are going to see. I mean, we've been hurting at the grocery stores anyways, but this is, thanks, Deepaw. Just everywhere. I'll be echoing it in your head now. Let me see what Rip's got to say. Sad to say, but everything is broken, and then there is no easy answers, easy to fix. Yeah. Well, see, that's what my thing is. And Rip, you're the one that I talk about this all the time. It's about having unity in our communities, and that means differences. People with differences. It could be, things that could be religions, everything, all walks of life. It's like, what are we focusing on and letting people tear each other apart and create? And people constantly take the bait of division on our levels down here from those up top. And I keep telling people, I'm just like, and they know. And I'm like, you're taking it up and doing all the division. You're allowing it to happen on and on. I'm like, do you know how much we need unity to get through all these things? And the more we need unity and community and things like that, I see the less and less we're having. That is absolutely heartbreaking and distressing because, and of course, that's part of the agenda. That's part of the game, part of the plan to do that on purpose. But it is getting like, it's just like, really? I mean, it's us. It's us down here. Put your differences aside and quit bickering about stuff or how we're going to make it. But they've done that on purpose, and people are still eating it up and allowing it. And it's just one of those things at the point where you're just like, do what you're going to do then, because I don't know. What you doing, coffee? You used to be able to buy heavy cream to make. Oh, don't get me started on how expensive heavy cream is. Oh my gosh, we were just talking about that earlier. Yeah, I was just I don't know if you were in here, Greta. I was talking about people using heat lamps. I do know a creator on here years ago, and he had heat lamps in his poultry, in his barn for them. And something got knocked over and it burnt the whole barn down. They had lost their poultry. It was absolutely horrific. It's many years ago. I know it can happen. So please, when y'all use those things, be careful. There's different types of precautions you got to take. Always, but yeah. And I have a goat that is pregnant, and I know she is going to give birth to that baby on the coldest day with a storm, rain, sleet, and hail. I'm sure of it because that's how farm life goes. And I didn't separate when, I knew she was like, if she got pregnant again, it wouldn't hurt her. She's the whole herds together. They get very, very upset and distressed if we separate. They're very close, good herd. And I really did not want a winter baby. Winter babies on a farm, it's hit and miss. It's hard for winter babies. Harder, I should say, for winter babies. It can just be harder on them. And I did not want her to have a winter baby. And here we are. I think she's due in January. Shouldn't have a whole lot longer, I don't think. But yeah, December and January babies. Oh, yeah, Tiger, if you pick up on all those things, and I'm very in tune, always pray for discernment. I'm very in tune with people. I don't do crowds because I'm a people watcher, and I don't trust two-legged animals. I trust the four-legged animals and being out in the woods and the wildlife. And you have to always look, body language in there. Just character of people is just totally different. I agree. Let me see, because you got me something up here. You can leave a person in power and wealth, corporation, government. In fact, it was oh yeah, that's always been. It's always been, in my opinion, it's always been that way for so long. That is, but it's going to take us on the bottom to not keep it on repeat of what's been going on. Oh my gosh, don't get me started on that. Yeah, and I do wish the unity of community and people putting differences aside. There's too much bickering and division over petty nonsense that's not going to matter about survival or not. If you have a neighbor who is completely different against, say, your religion or something like that, there's no reason that y'all cannot be helping each other and looking out for each other. If you are, there's bickering on these differences of political stuff, which that is the worst division anybody could allow to come between people, because it's stupid nonsense. It's made up, and the ones in power are playing the same game behind the curtain. It's my opinion. Why are we allowing that to say, I'm not messing with them? Because now if they're, hey, these people are dangerous, or they're going to come and take all my stuff, or, I'm guarded. I don't let just people, if somebody's coming up here unannounced, that we're going to have a problem. But the heart of helping each other and the unity of community and get people through things, instead of, we live in we're the modern Sodom and Gomorrah. We're living in a self-feeding world now. That's all it cares about. But I don't know. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's just, hey, Constitutional Carpenter, Merry Christmas. Anyone's coming here I've missed, I'm sorry. I appreciate all of you always. And, we see so many people changes. It's just, it just seems like people are just angry all the time. Angry, short fuse, ready to, prowling. They are prowling, and Satan does this. If you're not of God, you're of Satan. And that's just what it is. I didn't make that. I didn't create that. That's just what it is. Is people have just become, and you see it, that they're just on the prowl to, for there to be, a problem, or to attack one another, or cause division. And I think that's just sad. Oh, your chickens might have slowed down, but they're going. But again, we're not as cold as Montana. I do feed mine red pepper flakes. Chickens cannot taste hot. I just got to buy those big, cheap, giant ones that you get at Walmart. Red pepper flakes, dried red pepper. And I mix it into their feed. They will add that and black sunflowers. It helps them when they go through molting, that it's not so harsh. And I just had my 2 oldest hens molted this year, and they hadn't for several years. But the younger ones didn't. And it keeps them laying. It just helps keep them laying all year. So mine have slowed down, but we're still getting eggs. Yeah, TT1, exactly. And I understand there's different. I know, I try to give grace. I do try to give grace, even when I see people acting a certain way, behaving a certain way, or choices they've made. I try to have a heart of why, what has happened that they chose that, or became that, or is that their defense mechanism, or coping mechanism, or survival instincts, or there's all those different things. But then a lot of things are, people are just choosing to be hateful. There's a big difference. And but yeah, I see that difference. And I know there's stressful things going on, and in this world that's been going on for years now. And it's just, if people are exhausted and financially, and the ruins of things that have gone on financially, I do understand that. But I still feel, I say that all the time, it's no matter what's going on, how grim things feel, how down you are, if you've got to do it through tears or screaming or whatever else, is every day find stuff to be grateful for. Find your joy and peace every day in the smallest things. Make it a habit. Make it a habit. If you are down and really struggling, name out 5 things that you are grateful for or make you happy right then. Just keep, and I think it becomes a mindset, because it's so easy to get caught in that cycle of being negative. I'm going to find negative in every situation. I'm going to find negative in every day. It is. It's just because you wallow and dwell in this negativity, or this dwelling feeling. And this, that can happen. And now you have to make an effort. You have to make an effort to find it. And that doesn't mean you can't allow yourself to be pissed off, or sad or stressed about something. I'm not saying that. But don't stay down. What I always say is don't stay in the shadows. Don't stay down. You got to get yourself back up. Again, that's Satan working on you. He wants that. Lose all hope. Not happy. Not joyful. Not grateful. A lot of times when you feel like that and you have nothing, you may feel like I have nothing else to offer or do or give or anything else, is go be kind and do something for someone else. I don't care how you're feeling. Make yourself go do that. And it will help. You're going to think it's not, and it may not feel like it at first, but it will help. Saffron, let's see what you have. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's what it's coming down to, like different survival. And because of that exact same thing, what more would we need but unity in our community? Because, Saffron has, I don't know, a huge garden and can provide all this extra stuff. Mine didn't do well, but I have an abundance of eggs, and we're going to help each other out. We're not going to starve because we're going to help each other out. We're going to trade that off. Coffee is down in the bed. She's sick. She can't do stuff or whatever, and I know about it. So I'm going to cook a bunch of soup and foods and goodies and any kind of medical stuff and everything she needs. And I'm going to take it over to her, and I'm going to look, I got you back while you're down, and I'm going to bring you stuff to you back on your feet again. Why are we not doing that? Our grandmothers did that. That was how things went. That is how they got through the Great Depression and all these other things. I don't know. How did we get to this point? Became a self-serving society. I know, but it is a blessing to grow older. My very best friend, a very, very best friend since we were teenagers, she passed at 41 unexpectedly. Anyways, and she's been gone 4 years, and I'm always like, when I think about things, us ladies, we can tell as we're getting older. There's different things I'm always like, but it's such a blessing that we are getting older, and that we can complain that we have gray hair and that we have wrinkles and we don't look like the way we used to, and things are harder, and getting up off the floor from wrapping Christmas presents feels like almost death sometimes. But I know there's times we say, oh, I wish I could go back and do. I think we've all had that, but it's still good, bad, and indifferent. It's part of our journey and in our path, and there is a purpose and a reason. It's made us who we are. And I do know what you're saying, though. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Yeah, I know this. I know this wasn't to me, Miss Sharon, but yes, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. It's not. It's within families. It's within families and just your neighboring communities, work, just being at stores, social platforms, everything. You see drastic changes in people. I mean, I've seen so much of that drastic change where I'm just like, somebody I know their personality, I know how they are, their heart and everything, and I'm like, I don't even recognize this person. That has been drastically going on. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Katrinka. I appreciate it. Oh, see, I am way back here. Goodness. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, Hava. I know you've been in here because I'm behind in chat. I'm sorry. Good to see you. Oh, my gosh. That's my stomping ground up in Western North Carolina, and that breaks my heart. I'm going to tell you, I have people up there. Things are worse than what they're saying. Oh my God, help me, Jesus. Do not get me started on the money that we're sending across to all this nonsense proxy war, money laundering bull crap. And they are people up there. I think it was like every week, it was 3 to 8 people a week since it's been so cold or freezing to death. And then all the tiny home things and the camper things they sent up there, and they came back and took them away. and how they don't have water stuff still, and just all of it. Like, it will make me fight somebody. That is awful. That we have that going on in our own country, and they will not help them. So, but then it wasn't on purpose, right? No, that's just a conspiracy. Anyways, let me move along. Woosah, right? Yeah, exactly. Don't take it out on others. Tell them coffee. Oh gosh, they're always doing something. Is it the truckers? It never surprised me. Absolutely, Mary. I mean, there's so many. Like I said, there's so many that that wish they were still here. I know that my best friend and her daughter, who's in her early 20s, stuff like that. We grew up together. I mean, it's just sad. It's just really sad. Yeah, exactly. They're in a zombie world. Yes, right. Yes, 26. Many, many, many moons ago. Yeah, but yeah. What? What'd I say? Yep. You're right. You're right. Yeah, I have all my gray hairs. I think you can't see them on camera, but they're in there. My gray hairs look metallic like my grandmother's. They're metallic. They're not gray. They're not white. They're metallic. That is the native side in me. Yeah, I'm like, I earned every one of those, and I'm grateful. I'm still here to get all that. And I did not dye my hair. That is a personal thing. That is a cultural thing. We do not do that. And we feel like that's an insult to being grateful for growing older into our elders. We don't do that. Hey, Tony. Hey, stranger. I'm glad you're here. Merry Christmas. Good to see you. I'm a long ways from 20. My older kids are way older than 20. And no, I didn't have kids. I know people, and I did not have kids when I was, no, there's not anything wrong with it, but I was married and in my 20s when I had my children. Well, my older ones. No, no, I don't. I don't have any. I don't have any. I don't know what I said, Miss Sharon. What I say? Oh, really? The 15th storm or the. Oh my God! Do they just always bring it right to the brink of, because it causes a distress? Sometimes I think they do that on purpose, because it always is like, okay, well now we're not. You know. Oh my gosh, Huckleberry, you better sit down with that. Don't even get me started on Cooper. If you live in that state still, I am sorry, because he is a piece of work. Let me see. I saw something in here about. Yep. Yeah. I've never colored my hair. It's just a culture thing. We just don't. I just don't color my hair. But yeah, they're in there. They're in there. You can't see them on camera, I think. You can see them in person. I earned them all. All these children in Huckleberry. Okay. Oh, Laura. I know. I mean to ask you guys sometimes. I was like, are y'all getting notifications? I still have people. I have had a tremendous purge of YouTube subs, went way down. And then I did some videos, and Josh and I had recorded that video, and people were like, I thought you would close your channel and you were gone. I haven't seen anything. And, no, I was gone, but they said they went and checked and they were unsubbed. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you're not active on the channels, if YouTube just does that. I don't know. I don't know if people are getting notifications or if people are getting unsubbed and stuff. I don't know. I can't. I'm so sorry. Hey, Richard. Good to see you. Hey, Cha-Cha. Merry Christmas. Good to see you. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I'm so sorry. I mean, there's times, as a matter of fact, who has been happening in the last couple months with Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. And I know his schedule pretty well because they have a pretty set schedule. But certain things that would come, or if I have to get, I'd be busy. I would get the notification when it ended. I would get that when something ended. It's ridiculous. Oh, Saffron, I'm sorry you're sick. You're welcome to email if I can help you in any way. I'll do it for what I can do from this far. I am definitely praying for you though. I'm sorry you've been sick. I have heard a lot of people have been sick though, but yeah, Miss Sharon. I have to. There was some I was looking kind of the same thing. I was kind of looking. I was like, I don't see them. Maybe they close their stuff. I type it in. Unsubbed. I don't know. I don't know why they do that. I don't know how they I don't know how YouTube pick and choose who they're going to do that with or when they do that. I don't know. I'll go through purges. I can go a long time and everything's steady and everything's growing. And then like in 2 days, it'll be like 30 have purged all of a sudden. It's gone down. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if they're removing bots. I don't know if it is people unsubbing because that happens. People, it's not their niche or, anything. Or if YouTube's purging them, or I don't know. But if there's ever a time that you don't hear for a while, you can go check and see if you're still subbed. Oh, you just got the notification. See there. Well, so it's hit and miss. You didn't get it for a while. You did get notified. I don't know. Yeah, that's how I am. I know there's so many people I watch and I'm like, I'm supporting you. I tell you all the time, I got my phone sitting up beside me, like propped up on something, or even it's in my pocket and I'm listening. I'm not in chat. And, I go in there, I hit the thumbs up and I listen, or I have to do a lot of replay. That's life. I understand completely, but I appreciate you. See, mine is usually because I'm not stationary here where my computer is, but if it's something from my phone, forget it. I won't get it. See, it's hit and miss. See, everybody's thing is a bit different. That's just weird. I don't know. No, thank you. And I mean this all with all due respect for y'all who live in these certain states. That's all I'll say. I don't know how you stand in a lot of these states. Truly, so many restrictions and different things. I don't know. Oh yeah, see, New York, California, Oregon, Washington State. I maybe y'all know how this works. Okay, so T-Man was grabbing different. There like South Dakota. I think there was a really good governor up there and stuff like that. And there were certain ones that were Sachin DeSantis down here. I like what he's done for things. Now, none of them are perfect. They're still politicians. Don't get me wrong. Is what happens to what is always going to happen, because it's not always, you think, oh, it's the next in line that steps up. Yeah. I wonder about some of the states when the decent governors get snatched up or taken into those spots. What's going to happen to those states? I don't know. What is it? Not only you before November, a lot of, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. It's just YouTube games. That's all I can ever say about that. I don't try to figure them out because they're nonsense. It's just one of those things you have to check on. Sadly, ourselves, we have to do it like so many other things, right? We have to do it ourselves for things. But I truly appreciate and love you guys. Merry Christmas. Please stay safe. Please enjoy your family and the reason for the season. And don't get stressed. Don't put yourself in debt. Don't get stressed and worked up. If something doesn't get done, doesn't get bought, doesn't happen, it doesn't matter. The reason, that's not what the reason is for this thing. Truly, we were just talking about all the stuff about finding things to be joyful and grateful and happy about every day. Please continue that. And y'all stay safe, because goodness knows things are crazy. I have no idea how the rest of this, there's a little bit of this year left. We've been saying that, me and Josh, a lot of creators, we've been talking about that going into January. We thought, oh my gosh, so much could happen. But, we're here for a reason, during this very time. And hey, Virginia Bushcrafter, just waking up. I'm getting ready to close up. You have to catch replay. I appreciate my replay gang. I appreciate all of you. I do get replay, but just y'all enjoy your families, enjoy your time, enjoy yourself, enjoy your time off, whatever it is to be grateful for. Don't be stressed out about things. It's not going to matter. Those are things that won't matter later on. So anyways, I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas. I have some new, just little changes I'm going to do to the channel coming up for 2025. Hopefully I'm kind of excited about. So all you take care. Merry Christmas. If I don't see you for, I may post something for the New Year's. I'm not sure. Y'all take care, and God bless all of you.